There. Is that where it was?
I don't know.
Well, if you don't know, then nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
Wow.
It's changed so much.
Paul McCartney is an English musician and a former member of the legendary music band The Beatles. A multiple Grammy Award winner, he is also a two-time inductee into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as a member of the Beatles in 1988 and also as a solo artist in 1999, and is one of the most successful composers and performers of all time. With his unprecedented success as a musician, he has achieved legendary status, regarded as one of the icons of the 20th century English music. He was already an influential figure by the time the Beatles broke up and quickly embarked on a successful solo career. Along with all his musical achievements, he is also well known for his philanthropic activities and social activism.
Do them in the shows. I'm singing like Eleanor Rigby or something. I'm thinking whoever wrote this was pretty good.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Net Worth Now, where you get to see the lifestyle and net worth of your favorite celebrities. We hope you enjoy these videos, and if you do, please remember to hit the like button and comment below who your favorite celebrity is so we can feature them in an upcoming video.
His full name is James Paul McCartney, also known as Macca. He was born on June 18, 1942, in Walton, Liverpool, United Kingdom, making him 79 years old at the time of this production. He stands at 180 centimeters or 5 feet 9 inches tall. He is actively involved in several philanthropic activities. He is a strong advocate of vegetarianism and animal rights, champions many humanitarian causes, and supports charities that fight cancer. He displayed painting talent during his early years, only when he won a prize for his church drawing at age 11. In 2020, 70 of his paintings were exhibited at Walker Art Gallery, Liverpool, cataloging his work since the 1980s. As a famous musician, in his younger days, he was involved with several women. He met Linda Eastman, a photographer, in 1967 and married her in 1969. He adopted Linda's daughter from a previous relationship and went on to have 3 more children. They remained married until Linda's death from breast cancer in 1998. In 2002, Paul McCartney married Heather Mills, a former model. The couple had a daughter, but the marriage did not last long. They had a bitter divorce in 2008. He then married New Yorker Nancy Chevelle in 2011.
Seriously?
Seriously.
You know what? My dad was very musical, and I used to listen to a lot of what he did. So a lot of music went in.
James Paul McCartney was born to Mary and James McCartney. His mother was a maternity nurse, and his father is a cotton salesman and jazz pianist in a local band. The young McCartney was raised in a traditional working-class family, much like his future fellow Beatles, Ringo Starr and George Harrison. Tragically, when McCartney was only 14 years old, his mother died of complications after a mastectomy. His future bandmate John Lennon also lost his mother at a young age, a connection that would create a close bond between the two musicians. Encouraged by his father to try out multiple musical instruments, McCartney began his lifelong love affair with music at an early age. Though he took formal music lessons as a boy, the future star preferred to learn by ear, teaching himself the Spanish guitar, trumpet, and piano. By age 16, he had already written When I'm 64, in hopes of eventually selling it to Frank Sinatra. In 1957, he met Lennon at a church festival where Lennon's band The Quarrymen was playing. He was soon invited to become a member. The two quickly became the group's songwriters, ushering it through many name changes and a few personnel changes as well. Early on, they agreed that all of their songs would be credited to Lennon-McCartney, no matter who had taken the lead or, as happened occasionally, written the songs independently. After the band adopted the name The Beatles, it also saw many changes in the personnel. And by 1962, the lineup consisted of Paul McCartney, John Lennon, George Harrison, and Ringo Starr. The band's first single, Love Me Do, principally written by Paul McCartney in collaboration with Lennon, was released in 1962. The single became a hit, and the Beatles became very popular. In 1965, the group released their album Help, which spawned the hit single Yesterday, written by Paul McCartney. The song became one of the most coveted songs in the history of recorded music, with more than 2,200 cover versions. Paul McCartney gave the group an idea for a concept album. Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band was released in 1976 to immediate success. It spent 27 weeks at the top of the albums chart in the United Kingdom and won 4 Grammy Awards in 1968. Even though the band achieved phenomenal popularity and widespread success, the relations between the band members became strained, and they started having frequent disagreements. Thus, Paul McCartney left the band in 1970. In 1971, he and his wife Linda McCartney, session drummer Denny Sewell, and former Moody Blues guitarist Denny Laine formed a rock band, Paul McCartney and Wings. Paul McCartney and Wings released several albums over the next decade. The 1980s was a difficult time for Paul McCartney. He had become a drug addict and was arrested for possession of marijuana and fined. The same decade also saw the murder of his former partner John Lennon, which deeply disturbed him. Even though he continued creating music, he could not achieve much success during this period. He took a break from his solo career to work on The Beatles Anthology, a documentary TV series, a 3-volume set of double albums, and a book focusing on the history of the Beatles. All the 3 surviving Beatles, Paul McCartney, George Harrison, and Ringo Starr, participated in the making of the works. He continued touring, performing, and recording new albums well into the millennium, even though he was now in his 60s. During this period, the albums he released include Esse Comium in 2006, Memory Almost Full in 2007, and Electric Arguments in 2008. McCartney is a 21-time Grammy Award winner, including 12 as a member of the Beatles and 6 as a solo artist. In 1997, Queen Elizabeth II knighted him for his services to music. He received the Gershwin Prize for his contributions to popular music in 2010. He also received the French Légion d'honneur for his services to music in 2012.
Listen to records and watching films and stuff. So I always think of it like my computer got loaded with a lot of data from all the songs I heard, all the old songs.
His estimated annual salary is about $38 million. As of 2021, he is estimated to be worth $1.2 billion. He owns several properties. Among his portfolio, his latest, $15.5 million triplex, is a 3-floor stunner with sweeping views of Central Park. 5 bedrooms, 5.5 bathrooms, a foyer with double-height ceilings, a 33-foot-long library, and a terrace that spans the length of the pre-war building. His property in St. John's Wood, London, was purchased by the star in 1965 for just $40,000, recently hiked to a whopping $18.5 million. It is said to be the most important house in the Beatles' history. His Peasmarsh home, near Yea in East Sussex, England, is a 1,500-acre estate, where he spent much of his married life with wife Linda. He also owns a townhouse in central London, a lavish apartment in West 54th Street purchase in 1984, and a mansion in Beverly Hills. A 1.3-acre property has a gated entrance, main house, full-sized guest house, pool and tennis court. Other features include an outdoor kitchen, a 2-lane vintage-style bowling alley, a game room, a wet bar, and a powder room estimated to be worth $25.5 million. In his garage, you can find a Cadillac CTS. A 1965 Radford Mini Cooper S. A Lexus RX 400H. An Aston Martin DB6. and a 1967 Lamborghini 400 GT.